Swag. Our Jeremy Fowler with this news out of Cleveland. The Browns have reached an agreement with assistant coach Tommy Rees as offensive coordinator per a source. Remember, he was with Alabama, then went to the Browns, and then now will be their OC. Still ahead on NFL Live, Scary Terry put on a performance against the Bucs defense Sunday, and Dan's back with the virtual goggles showing us how it all went down. I promise you don't want to miss this. It's coming your way next on NFL Live. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We are tied at 2020.
The playoffs are amped up a little bit more.
This is a winning time moment. Snap to Daniels. He's going to run to his right. Dives for the first down to the 15.
We're not going to give up till the clock hits zero.
Kick on its way. It is good. The Cardiac Commanders are the Clutch Commanders. We'll see you in Detroit.
I can still remember the scouting report. Elite processor, wiry frame, but a big arm, and the kid never rattles. Dan Orlovsky was a draft prospect to remember. And I don't know if you've been watching, but this Jayden Daniels guy is elite too. How good is he? Dan's going to show us a play from his perspective thanks to next-gen stats and the Status Pro Visualizer, which allows the recreation of the play exactly as it happened in the game. Dan, go to work.
Yeah, Hawk, you mentioned it's the right throw at the right time in the right moment, the game winner. I want to go become Jayden Daniels here, okay? So this is the 4th and goal, essential game winner. And I want to start everything with players over plays. Terry McLaurin by himself, I want to throw him the ball. So as a quarterback, Jayden gets the line of scrimmage. The first thing is, do I have a pressure issue where I'm going to be hot? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 defensive linemen. I'm not anticipating a pressure issue. Now, what's the coverage? Because I would love to throw the ball to McLaurin one-on-one, but as a quarterback, you peek out there and there's Antoine Winfield Jr. safety. You're like, okay, maybe not, and there's another safety there. So I'm thinking a middle field open zone defense. Well, where's the best place in this situation to attack that? It's going to be just kind of this back quadrant of the end zone. Now, 2 things are really important when you're going to do that. I want to go in this space, okay? Number 1, if you're going to throw this ball, we want the receiver to be 2 yards from the out-of-bounds marker so it gives us the most space. And then the second part is, as a quarterback, we say belt or lower, face mask or higher on the throw. Let's go back to being Jayden Daniels. The concept is going to be this. I want Terry McLaurin, we would call this sometimes Hoosier, back end line, and it's almost like I want to throw that ball as a basketball up high. That's that little bit of the back end line in route. And then the most important part of this is Austin Ekeler. Eckler's going to get out in what we call a quick check down. Now, knowing it's a zone defense, Jayden Daniels, one of 2 things. He's got to, in the huddle, say, Austin, you got to get out quickly for me if there's no blitz issue. And then you get to the line of scrimmage, and as you scan this area and say, I'm not anticipating a pressure, remind Austin, I need you to get out quickly, because here's the thing. This route by Terry McLaurin, you got to win on the route versus that corner, okay? The main guy to impact is that inside linebacker, because if this inside linebacker gets depth, well, then the check down by Ekeler is the only option. But the goal is to get this linebacker to pay attention to Austin Ekeler with his vision as he gets out, and then Jayden Daniels has the opportunity to throw that ball behind. So this guy tells the quarterback what to do. If he hangs back, he's going to throw the ball to the back. If he pays attention to the back at all, I got the chance to throw that in route to Terry McLaurin, okay? So everybody pay attention to Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels drops back, and he's going to have vision, okay? And this linebacker kind of straightens up. All right, I got a chance, but I really want to throw the ball into the end zone. It's 4th and goal. And as Antoine Winfield Jr. kind of vertically straightens up, he doesn't get back to this area, Terry McLaurin becomes a viable option. Now, here's the linebacker. If I'm Jayden Daniels, I want to sell to this linebacker. I'm throwing the ball to Austin Ekeler. I'm staring right at him. I need you to jump up in anticipation. I'm going to throw this check down and throw that ball to Terry McLaurin. Watch 45. He starts to drive right now, and I want to go be Terry McLaurin, okay? If you're Terry McLaurin, Jayden Daniels is starting to let go of that ball, and you see this linebacker driving, okay? Remember, I expect this ball, if you're McLaurin, to be where? I want it to be right on my face mask, okay? So I want to go be this area. Let's see if you're, from Terry McLaurin's perspective, where this ball is. It is perfectly right on his face mask. Remember, belt or lower, face mask or higher. That linebacker says there's the vacated space, and it's a beautiful throw from Jayden Daniels. Now let's go full speed so everyone gets a great perspective of what Jayden's paying attention to. Remember, gets to the line of scrimmage, sees that there's no pressure issue. Hey, Austin, let's get out really quickly so you can impact that linebacker. Terry McLaurin, you got to go win your route one-on-one. See how quickly Jayden Daniels, with the game on the line, must touchdown opportunity, how quickly he reads this route and throws a perfectly placed ball. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi, Ball out, touchdown, Washington, we're on to Detroit. Jayden Daniels is special. He's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. His connection with Terry McLaurin's as good as there is in the NFL. The Detroit Lions are a great football team. They got to stop that duo to advance.
That was his 5th go-ahead passing touchdown this season in the 4th quarter or overtime, which is tied for the most by a rookie in NFL history. We'll see if he can keep that going and maybe take the sole lead in the divisional round.
Man.
Great work, Dan. Fresh, bro.
Saturday's Spotlight, Commanders-Lions, including the postseason. Jayden Daniels has 6 fourth-quarter comebacks this season. That is the most by a rookie quarterback since 1950. That's 1950. New on SportsCenter, here's Dan Quinn on his team's knack for pulling out close games.
It's like the best part of coaching because it's like right with everything on the line. And it's my most favorite part of it all, like being like 10 toes down with guys that you really love and care about. Like it's the best. Doing that kind of hardship with really good people, like that's as fun as it gets. And so they don't always work out in your favor, but just being in that arena in that type of competitive, man, like you cannot feel more alive than in that spot. When the anticipation and the competitiveness is that high, it's really cool.
All right, Jeff, his team was a tough out on the road in the wild card round. The Lions are a different animal. A lion. What's the Commanders' key in Detroit?
First, let me say this, man. DQ is a real one. Like, I love that dude. I mean, you would walk through a wall for that guy. He is special. The Commanders, they're going to have a massive performance out of Jayden Daniels and Scary Terry. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be a difficult one to get. But you think about 17 and what he's capable of doing on the outside, the plays that he and Jayden Daniels have made, and then that allows Jayden Daniels to be able to run around, make plays with his legs, but their relationship is going to be massive. You're talking about the Lions who want to play man coverage on the back end, pressure with their forward, try to get kind of play sticky coverage. It's going to require the best performance out of Jayden Daniels and Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, they combined for 12 touchdowns this season. That's 3rd most by any quarterback wide receiver duo. We'll see what they do in this matchup.
Will it be a Hall of Famer in Deion Sanders, who has spoken with owner Jerry Jones about the head coaching vacancy? Sanders, who's just completed a 2nd season at Colorado, said the possibility is intriguing, but that he's also happy in Boulder. As we bring in our NFL insider, Dan Graziano. So, Graz, there's one candidate out in the open. We know it's prime. What can you tell us about some other candidates for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, Matt, they're still putting their list together. I mean, this is as of this time yesterday, they were just deciding really that they were moving on from Mike McCarthy and going to be looking for a new head coach. So they spent yesterday calling around, having meetings, looking to see who they are going to want to bring in, and you'll start to see them put in, you know, permission slips to interview some people. They cannot interview anybody with the Lions or the Chiefs until those teams' season ends because they didn't put in any requests for them and do virtual interviews with them last week. But, you know, someone like offensive coordinator Kellen Moore of the Eagles, who was in Dallas for a while with Dak Prescott, both as a player and a coach, you know, he's somebody who will probably get some attention. Obviously, we know about Deion Sanders. A lot of people wondering if Jerry Jones might look at other college head coaches as potential candidates, too.
2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the ball comes loose, and he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4